All right, welcome in, everyone. We're diving deep today into a story that'll really get under your skin. Stephen King's The Monkey. And, getting ready for this film adaptation. Osgood Perkins directing.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be good. Perkins, he's got that knack for just like unsettling you, all slow and psychological. Like his Longlegs film, I mean, wow. Mood, tension, not just jump scares.
Right. Like The Monkey, if you haven't read it, classic King. It's about this, well, cursed wind-up toy, right? Every time those symbols clang together, somebody dies.
It's not just anybody, though, is it? The way King writes it, it's like the monkey's choosing, like, it's got this plan.
But yeah, that babysitter, so creepy. Just winding the thing up, then bam. And it's not just like they die, it's how. King really makes you see it.
And it can be anyone, right? Your best friend, your mom. That randomness, that's what gets to you. You can't escape it.
And Perkins, he'll nail that feeling. Remember those scenes in Longlegs, just like dragging out the tension, making you wait for it? I bet he does the same here. Puts us right in Hal Shelburne's shoes, as the monkey claims more and more victims.
It's not just the pacing, though. Perkins, he gets characters, too. They're not just, like, scared. They're complex. Like Hal trying to outrun this curse, but he's tied to it, by his dad's past.
Well, for sure. The sins of the father. Classic King. Like, this monkey was his dad's. So is this evil, this darkness, is it passed down? I mean, if you guys are into this this creepy deep dive, hit that like, comment, subscribe down below. Helps us out a ton. We're the other opinion, by the way, for more stuff like this.
It's like not just Hal's haunted, his whole family is. And that's a big question King always asks, right? Can we ever truly outrun our past? Or are we, like, doomed to repeat it?
Yeah, and Perkins, he's visual. He'll show us that, I bet. Color, lighting, camera angles, all that creepy stuff. Lots of shadows, maybe the monkey's face, all close up. Those symbols, like ready to strike. And the sound. Oh, man. The cymbals, that'll get to you.
Oh, yeah, and the score, too. His brother, Elvis Perkins, he does the music for a lot of his films, and it's always haunting. Like this melancholic, otherworldly sound. It's going to be perfect for this. I can already hear those discordant melodies, like unsettling soundscapes. It's going to be intense.
Oh, absolutely. Music is key in horror. Like it manipulates your emotions, right? Makes the whole thing so much more immersive. Speaking of which, adapting a short story to film, that's a challenge.
It is. You got to expand, add details, characters that stay true to the original, right? It's a tough line to walk.
Perkins can do it, though. Longlegs proved that. He took something simple and made it so disturbing, so thought-provoking. Like, he'll do the same for the monkey, Yeah. Take King's story and flesh it out. Give it this, like, realistic but nightmarish world.
Yeah, and I bet we get more of Hal's mind, too. Like, his guilt, the fear, him trying so hard to break the curse.
Totally. And the people around him, right? His family, whoever gets near that monkey. They suffer too. It's like a ripple effect of evil. And that's, I think, why it's so scary. We all have secrets, fears, and sometimes bad things just happen.
Right. You can't control it all. That's where the horror comes in, The unknown, that feeling of being powerless. King, he gets that. Like, the monkey is our own mortality staring back at us.
Like tick-tock. That time bomb reminding us that, hey, our time is limited, and death. It can come anytime, anywhere. Chilling, but true.
Very true. We shouldn't get too deep, though, right? It's a horror movie, after all.
Right. And speaking of horror, think about the monkey itself.
Yeah.
Based on a real toy, the Jolly Chimp. Super popular back in the 50s and 60s. I saw one in an antique shop once. Creepy, even without the whole death curse thing.
It is. It's like innocence twisted, childhood turned dark. Classic King, right? Takes what we love and makes it terrifying.
And imagine Perkins using that history. Like, opens the film, 1950s, happy family, playing with the chimp, totally unaware. Then bam, cut to present day, Hal dealing with the fallout. Like, showing how the past just sticks with you.
Ooh, that would be effective. Showing how trauma gets passed down, how even something innocent can be, like carrying this dark weight.
Exactly. And the cast, oh man. Christian Convery as young Hal, amazing and sweet tooth. He can do that innocent but vulnerable thing so well. And then Theo James as adult Hal. Haunted by the monkey.
Perfect casting. James has that intensity, like brooding. Perfect for a guy haunted by this thing. And Elijah Wood, Tatiana Maslany, come on, they're both fantastic.
Agreed. Can't wait to see how they bring these characters to life. Add to that whole feeling of dread, the casting, the director, the story itself. That's going to be something special.
Definitely. King and Perkins, both masters of their craft. Like, they know how to use what's not said.
Yeah.
Make you think, make it even scarier.
Trusting the audience to fill in the gaps. That's where the real horror lives, right? In our own minds.
Exactly. So before we wrap up this part, I gotta ask you, and everyone listening, if you were Hal, how far would you go to escape this curse?
Great question. It's all about fate, free will, what we'll do to protect ourselves, the people we love. Perkins will definitely explore that, I bet. And hey, if you're digging this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe. We're The Other Opinion. We'll have more creepy stuff for you soon.
It's gonna mess with you, that's for sure. Like, stay with you after the film's over, you know?
Oh, I hope so. I want to be thinking about it, those images, the sounds, for days. That's good horror.
Speaking of, we haven't even touched on the historical side of this yet. The monkey itself, it's based on a real toy, the Jolly Chimp. Huge in the 50s, early 60s.
I've seen those, like in antique stores, flea markets.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy even without the whole death thing attached to them.
Right. King does that so well. Takes something from childhood, something supposed to be innocent, and twists it. Makes it dark, makes you question everything.
I bet Perkins plays with that, like opens the film, happy family scene, 50s, kids playing with the chimp, no clue about the evil, right? Then, cut to Hal, present day, dealing with the consequences.
Oh man, that'd be powerful. Showing that generational trauma like we were talking
Yeah.
about. Sins of the father, the weight of the past, all shown visually.
And let's be real, the casting for this film is spot on. Christian Convery, he played young Hal. If you saw Sweet Tooth, you know he can pull off that innocent but troubled vibe.
And then Theo James has Hal all grown up. Man, he just has that look, you know,
Right.
brooding, intense, perfect for someone haunted by the monkey's curse.
Totally. And Elijah Wood, Tatiana Maslany. The talent in this film, it's insane. I'm excited to see how they all play off each other, how it adds to a whole creepy atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like all the pieces are there. King's story, Perkins directing, this amazing cast. It's got to be good, right? I have a feeling this is going to be one of those horror films that sticks with people, becomes a classic.
I think so too. King and Perkins, they get it. They know how to make a story unsettling, make you think.
It's not just about the scares. It's about the ideas, the questions they raise.
Right, like how far would you go to escape something like this? The monkey's curse. It makes you think about fate, free will, what we do to protect ourselves, the people we care about.
Big questions, and ones that Perkins will explore, I'm sure. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into the monkey, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to The Other Opinion. We love exploring these creepy, thought-provoking topics with you.
Okay, so we're back, diving deep into Stephen King's The Monkey, and, how Osgood Perkins might bring this whole thing to life on the big screen.
Yeah, we've talked about the story, the characters, the cast, that creepy toy. But what about, like, the look of the film? How Perkins will actually use visuals to make it scary?
That's what I keep thinking about, Longlegs. Man, that film was so good visually. Those long shots, the way he played with light and shadow, it just got under your skin.
Right. And with the monkey, think of what he can do. Close-ups of that toy, the monkey's grin, the symbols about to clash, Hal's face as he gets more and more freaked out.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. And the sound, oh man, the sound design is going to be key here. Those symbols, the attic door creaking, little whispers, like something's lurking just out of sight.
Yeah, sound in horror, it's everything. It can make you jump, sure, but it can also just, like, unsettle you, make you feel like something's wrong, even if you don't know what it is.
Like it's another character, almost. The sound of the monkey's evil, You never know when it's going to pop up, what form it'll take.
And Elvis Perkins' score on top of all that, I bet it'll be minimalist, but super effective, all discordant, with these big jarring moments that just, like, get your heart racing.
Oh, yeah. Those moments between the scares are almost worse, right? When you know something's coming, but you're just waiting for it.
Pure psychological horror gets in your head and stays there.
And that's the goal, right? With
Yep.
a film like this, you want it to stick with you. The images, the sounds, the feeling, long after the credits roll.
I think that's what we can expect from this combo. King's writing, Perkins directing, they both know how to, like, imply things, leave stuff unsaid.
Let the audience fill in the gaps with their own fears. That's always scarier.
Way scarier. So before we wrap up, gotta ask one last time. If you were Hal in this situation, with the monkey and the curse and everything, how far would you go to break free?
Yeah, what would you do? It's a question about, like, what's more important, your own survival or the people you love? I bet Perkins makes us ask ourselves that same question. Man, I can't wait to see this film.
Me either. I think it's going to be huge. Like a new horror classic, maybe. King, Perkins, they just get it.
Totally. And if you guys enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. We're The Other Opinion, and we'll keep bringing you more of this kind of stuff. Thanks for listening, and remember, sometimes the most innocent-looking things can hide the darkest secrets.